Pros and cons of living in Memphis. Tennessee might seem straightforward, but this city hides a massive secret, which completely changes your reality. When I first packed my car and drove into the heart of Shelby County, I expected the typical blues and barbecue experience. The cost of living here is 11% lower than the national average, which instantly gives your monthly budget some massive breathing room. If you buy a home for $300,000, your monthly mortgage is hundreds less than it would be in Atlanta or Nashville. That real estate affordability is a massive driver for young families looking to secure a solid piece of property without drowning in debt. I remember sitting at a local diner, looking at my housing statement and realizing my money goes further here than almost anywhere else. But we need to look at the actual happiness index, which paints a much more complicated picture of daily life in this region. The community vibe is incredibly rich with deep musical history, but the overall quality of life scores consistently rank lower than expected. Let us walk through a typical scenario, like driving your car down Poplar Avenue during the morning rush hour to get to work. You will quickly notice that while transit delays are mild, the local infrastructure is struggling, with major potholes scattering the asphalt. Transportation and traffic are easy to navigate, but the city funding for road repairs simply does not keep pace with the wear. That brings us directly to the local growth opportunities, driven largely by giant global employers like Federal Express and AutoZone. Future growth looks promising on paper, but the current job market heavily leans toward logistics instead of high-paying tech positions. I spent an afternoon walking around the Midtown neighborhood, talking to residents about how they actually feel about their career prospects. The general consensus is that while finding a job is relatively easy, climbing into a six-figure salary takes significantly more effort. Education is another vital factor to consider, as the public school system has faced massive funding and performance challenges for decades. Many families I met feel forced to budget for private schooling, which instantly eats away at that low cost of living advantage. Then there is the local healthcare system, anchored by world-class facilities like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and Methodist Lee Bun here. You have access to top-tier medical professionals, yet the general community health outcomes across the county remain disappointingly low. The weather and climate will also test your patience, is specifically the brutal summer humidity that stays settled over the Mississippi River. Now, we must address the elephant in the room, which is the undeniable reality of the safety and high crime rate here. Recent data shows violent crime dropped 27% last year, but Memphis still sits well above the national safety average. You genuinely have to be aware of your surroundings at all times, a feeling that shadowed me during my late night walks. I did not expect the contrast between the beautiful, welcoming neighborhood culture and the underlying tension of the daily crime statistics. If you are planning to relocate, your immediate action steps should be researching specific zip codes, visiting in July, and securing employment first.